Me bomba! Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
Greetings, fellas. It's another Clan Wars night and we reached the point over 60 win. But not in a win streak matter. But still, something worth celebrating. Though there's some tie here and there, but mostly we got a dominating victory. I'm at Mighty PFK. Now, let's look at some replay. Let's check out some sweaty gameplay. Okay, this one is Skelly Donut Lalo. We're doing Skelly at Multi Inferno and CC. Some of the hardest defense in the center. Okay. Which is harder to reach. That's why I'm doing Skelly Donut to vacuum it. And due to its lack of long range defense at the top, I'm doing Flame Flinger at 12 o'clock. The reason I deploy my Flame Flinger at the top is because I'm avoiding any crossbow, any long range defense, since I haven't taken out any crossbow with Skelly Donut. So automatically pick wisely. Okay. There is a crossbow close to the top, but by the time I reach that crossbow, it almost ran out of gas. My Flame Flinger probably going down. Now after the Flame Flinger sets up a funnel, we send our heroes in at the 3 o'clock at the right section. Compared to the 9 o'clock section, it has weaker wall structure. This is why I chose the right section to deploy my Sui. Although the queen's on the other section, other side of the base, then why didn't I send my heroes towards the 9 o'clock section? It's because the air sweeper, the right one pointing at 3 o'clock, is more dangerous towards my Lalo. If my Lalo group going across 3 o'clock section, it gets knocked back. On the other hand, if I'm going across 9 o'clock section, I can going downwind, suffers with no effect. I'll simply send in a few headhunter to deal with the queen. That's the detail. And two group will rendezvous at town hall section. And one of my mistake is my king has no value since it wanders off out on the outskirt of the base. Such high value army gets wasted is really critical, but I didn't really pay attention in this attack since I was taking it easy. I was supposed to funnel with a few archer at the 3 o'clock, but by the time I realized it, it was already too late. But I still pulled off a 3-star. The reason I make a vacuum in the center is I want my troops to go around, go on the outside. The way these Tesla pops out in the center is really interesting. This might be the counter towards Skelly Donut or Zap strategies. Draw or even separate a strong pack of army. Moving on to Town Hall 14. I just ran into this base the day before yesterday. The video is at the top right corner. The last one has more defense. This one's a bit rushed. You can see a lot of 13 Town Hall 13 defense with lots of holes in between walls to falsely guiding my Sui into wrong direction, and that's even better. Now I don't need any wall breaker. Now I'm taking out the bottom crossbow with Skelly Donut to create an advantage for my flame flinger. Now my flame flinger could dig deeper at the 6 o'clock. After that, Sui steps in at the right corner. This time my Sui did a better job because they both stepped in. The last time my queen went off rail. The reason is it has to wait for the flame flinger to do its job, or else she gets wander off and get overlap with the flame flinger. But it's okay, cause now King Gauntlet is so strong. Even without Queen's help, he still gets the job done. The downside I did in this attack is I sent my royal champion too early. She should go into the center to deal with the air sweeper and 2 of the multi-inferno and avoiding any conflict with enemy king. So you can see a gap. It sets up a barrier to prevent any Lalo to step in. So my Lalo and my royal champion is going on a different path. In the end, they'll rendezvous at the top section with Sui group. I'm lacking patience because I was afraid of time failing. And that's why I sent my RC in early and suffers the consequence. I come across Tesla farm and she couldn't even make it to the first inferno. So send your RC with care. Only send your RC when you know the environment has no additional threat or any high volume defense. Since the RC executed poorly, the Lalo carries heavier workload. The series of chain of defense might not letting any Lalo further step in to the multiple inferno. Thankfully there's a gap between 2 wizard towers to let them step into the multi-inferno. So stay calm and improvise. Let's check out the clip. 回放 巨人在前面看电塔，在看快侧翼的话，他打
Me bomba!
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
Could be worse. Moving on. The next one is a base that I have never encountered. This one's interesting. This one's a real piece of work. I rarely bring out Yeti, but in this case, it's the perfect example. See, the defense around the mortar is point blank. Such high intensity is the perfect scenario to deploy Yeti in front of Flame Flinger. Not that I don't use any Yeti, it's just because it's such large unit of a troop. A giant and a loon could simply do the job, or a giant with a wizard comboed with another Valkyrie, and you still travel lighter than a Yeti. Now my habit to clear a path for my Flame Flinger is to blitz with loon or baby dragon, but they all gonna get melted down by this air defense. So I have to find another solution, maybe a ground troop for the approach, to pull any trap or Tesla, and be avoiding any air troop because of the air defense, unless you're using super balloon, or else this is a better way to approach with ground troop. And the only downside of this approach that I'm using Yeti that I can think of is the capacity. Such large of a unit after I bring Yeti instead of other versatile of any other troops. There is no more room for any flexibility. For example, I usually bring barbarians or archer or goblins and some wall breaker in order to test any skelly trap or Tesla. But now, since I'm bringing one Yeti, I could not bring any more troops for such purpose. With that being said, I'm gonna talk about my flame flinger's value. I'm not gonna lie, I got a huge value out of this flame flinger deploy. First, my flame flinger wasn't purposely targeting the town hall, but the skeleton that was spawned by skeleton spell accidentally triggered the town hall. Spare me one earthquake spell because I don't have any spare spell capacity. My only earthquake was supposed to trigger targeted item and plus builder hut. They were all the way across on the left side. It was too far from the town hall. I couldn't trigger the town hall with all the other building as bonus. Luckily, the skeleton does the job. It was very lucky of me. Okay, 2x2 for the air sweeper. We counted 2 tile from crossbow, 3 tile from clan castle. The position is very awkward, so I messed up a little bit. Fortunately, I get to salvage and bring it back from a total disaster. In order to protect my flame flinger, so I primarily targeted the crossbow and compromised covering the multiple inferno. That makes my bat spells waste half of the bats coming from my bat spell. Luckily, I gathered enough leftover bats and the previous skeleton and make a simultaneous push. I'm very surprised they still have enough burst in order to take down the last multi-inferno. With that being said, let's walk through the whole breakdown. So, I use Skelly Donut to take out 3 key defense in the middle, creates a vacuum in the center. Then I deploy the flame flinger to this region. I accidentally triggered the town hall, so it chipped a little bit of the town hall's HP. I supposed to take down the town hall with my main force. That's mean lalo. That count as a bonus. Okay, so the Sui enters this section, and the king deploys at 9 o'clock. Set up a little funnel at 9 o'clock. Make sure my king goes in deeper, and as my king walks in, served as a tank, then I deploy my royal champion into the eagle artillery section. Okay, so make sure to be flexible with your troop. Remember, shield and sword. Recognize your troops. At the end, follow up with lalo. Let's check out the clips. The first invisible supposed to be at right in the dead center, but I come across a little bit to the left, upper left. That's why I have my multi-infernal invisible. And the second one still come up short. I should do a quick adjustment at the second one. Still, lack of confidence. Afraid of accidentally invisible the crossbow on the right. Finally, I get it right on the last invisible spell. That saves everything. Plus, the remained skeleton were all in a good condition. It was really sketchy. It was at the edge while the invisible spell is running out of function. Came in just in time to trigger Town Hall. It was so clutch. Skeleton do 2 jobs. Trigger the Town Hall and save the multi.